What's going on, guys? Matt over here, Lethal Garage, and today is the day of the 15-inch conversion. If you guys don't know what a 15-inch conversion, basically you're putting small enough brakes in the rear of your vehicle so you can fit a 15-inch weld or wheel or whatever you're putting on there, but they call that a 15-inch conversion. In this instance, I went with Carlyle Racing. If you guys don't know Carlyle, check them out. And I went with their full kit, and Carlyle works with Willwood. They do their brakes. I don't know who does the rotors. I don't know if this also comes from Willwood or not, but you could see, well, I flipped it the wrong way. Carlyle by Willwood. So I'll have Willwoods in the back, obviously red to match the fronts, and it's the full kit, so it comes with all the control, upper, lowers, all that junk, so those all getting replaced, and obviously new rotors. So that's all going on. You guys have already seen the beadlock video. Those are done. So stock brakes and all the BMR goodies, except for the sway bar, are coming off. Maybe the sway bar will come off. I don't know. Does it come off?
We're gonna stiffen it up.
We're gonna stiffen it up. We're gonna make it stiff. And while we're here, we're losing the iBox springs. So I got my stock springs. We are gonna put stock ride height. We want this car to squat. Now I know there's other people out there driving with the iBox, with MagRide, drag racing, getting decent times, but none of those people are getting into the low 9s. So we want her to sit. And I think having more play or travel in the suspension will help. Unfortunately, I think because of the MagRide, we have to replace the rear springs and probably the front springs too. I don't know, we could drive it around with, well no, because we're gonna get it aligned. So we might as well do monster trucks. Yeah, so that's where we're at. So this video here, sorry, it's gonna long intro here, but we're gonna walk you through the install of the Carlyle Racing 15-inch conversion. So let's go do it. 15-inch conversion, pull your rear wheel off. We got the car jacked up on stands right now. But basically we're just pulling apart the entire rear setup. So brakes come off, rotor comes off, all the control arms. Obviously we're pulling apart the brakes, so there's gonna be bleeding and all that kind of stuff involved. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So I'm not gonna show both sides because that's pointless, because it's the same thing on both sides. If we run into anything, I'll talk about it towards the end. But outside of that, let's get into ripping this thing apart and talking through putting it all back together. So at this point, we got the stock spring back in place. Again, all the upper and lower control arms. Now it's time for rotor fun and get the Carlyle brakes in place. So we have the stock brake just hanging there. We will pull that apart, or at least undo the, what is it, brake line? Can't think of words. And bolt these all in and we'll be good to go. So let's do that. So I didn't put Loctite on that bolt. Maybe because last time it got stripped in there. Because at this point, we have the beautiful Willwood brakes from Carlyle. They give you brand new bolts. We're using the new bolts and washer. And the new brake pads actually just ride in there. So there's no bolts that are holding in place or anything. So it's actually a pretty easy install for the brakes. As long as you can line up the holes.
I can't find the hole.
But yeah, just tighten those up, slide your brake pads in, and then we'll get to hooking up the brake line and bleeding them. And we ran into our first hiccup, and it's actually easy to solve. Now you'll notice the rotor's back off because we put the rotor on, we went to put the caliper on, and it was hitting something or just wasn't fitting properly. And that was because the caliper was hitting the lower part of the dust cover. Called Carlyle Racing. Mike over there answered the phone, helped us out, and said, yep, you just got to trim a little bit of that dust cover off and you're good to go. So that's what we're doing. So as you can see, we cut it, it fits now. Here's the piece we cut off. You can see about how much. Yeah, good to go now. We'll put it all together and be good. At this point, this is where we find out those decisions to get the beefed up BMR set up for road racing or taking corners is actually a problem. So as you guys know, 15-inch wheels, 15-inch conversion, big beefy sway bar in the way. We're literally right now grinding away at the sway bar because it's rubbing on the wheels. Now, the stock sway bar is a lot smaller than this one. The stock one would probably clear. The BMR one, not so much. So we're grinding away and gonna make it fit. Yay. We grinded, we hacked away. We thought we were having a caliper rub, but that's not actually the issue. The sway bar was causing the wheel to be cocked and it was hitting the caliper. But now you can see we spray painted it black because obviously you don't want to expose metal, and I don't have matching red paint for the sway bar in the first place. So eventually we'll paint that or fix that color, but whatever. It's grinded, wheel fits, we're good to go. Yeah, aftermarket big sway bar for a drag car, maybe not the best for a 15-inch conversion. What we're doing, and the fastest way to make it to where your alignment shop doesn't have to basically pull your entire vehicle apart to get your alignment going, you pull your control arm that you have on the car, take your new one, and line them up the best you can. So obviously these are adjustable, so we get them up so the holes line up, and you know you're at least pretty dang close to what it was at, so that way your alignment shop doesn't have to pull your car apart, pull these off, lengthen them, put them back on, figure it out. Yeah, it's not easy doing that way, and it's not cheap either. So doing this way gets us close, and that way they can get it the rest of the way once we bring it down to get it aligned. Tires are on. We just dropped the car, so it's sitting really high because it hasn't settled at all. Literally, it was like the tires hit the ground and it just stopped. So I'm gonna go drive around and we'll see what it looks like after I get back. But look at the size of the wheel gap. Hopefully that shrinks a little bit, just a little. Well, we got it all, drove around, settled a little bit, but not much. I actually think this side settled a little bit more. Sorry, it's dark. But the rear 15-inch conversion setup is done. We're good to go in that regards. Now, the one thing that we're doing, and I'm not necessarily showing the install or uninstall because you can see that in my iBock Pro Kit install video, is we're bringing my car back to stock ride height in the front as well. Just because everyone who's going fast in these cars basically is running stock springs or springs that even have the car sitting up higher. So we put the stock springs obviously in the back, as you saw earlier in the video. Now we are putting the stock springs in the front. Car's got to get fully aligned regardless, so might as well do it now. Next shot really is going to be the car with its full drag pack on. So the 15s are obviously on in the back right now, but we'll put the fronts on and we'll see how it all looks. So let's do it. Everything's done, stock ride. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. It's not settled yet. We didn't drive it around since we put the fronts on, so we'll probably go down just a little bit more. Not looking terrible. But full drag pack is on the car. We are good to go for Battle of the Bow Ties, but this car is now ready. So next couple of videos coming out. Well, actually, we still got to do the tune. There's a couple other things, and we're going to finish up the inner chiller stuff, make sure it's all wrapped up, get it as cold as it can be, and we will be good to go for Battle of the Bow Ties. Hopefully running a lot faster than I have been. So I'm not going to declare time because every time I do that, I don't get close to it. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, that's where we're at. 15-inch conversion on. Maybe I'll do some burnout videos or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But thanks for watching the video, guys. As always, if you guys enjoyed the content, smash that subscribe button. Likes, comments, shares down below. But until next time, guys, I hope to see you on the road.